What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video. And in this video, I want to go over the deck that I use to reach infinite this season. Because this season, ladies and gentlemen, we hit infinite with this brand new little lady. That's the wrong deck. Here she is, right here. All right, we hit it with Kitty Pryde, brand new release. I've been waiting for this card for so long. So I wanted to discuss the deck, break it down a little bit, and show you a little bit of gameplay. Because here's the reason, before you leave, before you click off this video, okay? Like, even if you don't have the tokens to get this card, or you don't know if you're getting this card, like, it's important to watch these videos because it's like, do you want to get this card? Do you want to save up for it? Do you want to pin it? Or are you gonna face up against it and you wanna kind of see how it works, what decks people are putting in and all that? It is very, very beneficial to watch Series 5 videos, all right? But anyways, before I get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman. And if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, especially the competitive aspect, ranking up the ladder, learning new deck strategies, cards, all that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, because we got a lot of awesome, cool videos here, and we have an amazing Discord server down in the description below. And every single season, I give away 3 free season passes, all right? Absolutely free. All you gotta do is be subscribed and follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ. That's linked down in the description below. Brand new season starts next week. It's Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey's got pair pretty nicely with my girl Kitty Pryde right here. So yeah, make sure you're following and subscribed so you can enter the giveaway, all right? So let's break it down. And by the way, first, we need to change this, all right? Because there we go, much better, all right? We're gonna call this one Katantris, okay? So, we put Kitty Pryde in here. This is basically the Sera miracle list, or whatever you kids call it these days, all right? But those of you who are OGs of the Bootman channel, you know about Enchantress and all that good stuff, so we're calling this Katantris, and nobody's changing my mind, all right? So this is basically just a list, and it has Kitty Pryde in it. I actually got the idea for this list from Jeff Hoagland, who was messing around with it. I was like, that looks pretty good, So let me rewind a little bit. Every single season, I got people like asking like, hey, how would Enchantress do this season? How would Enchantress do, right? And I'm like, I just haven't been playing it because it doesn't get the power out there. When you have like Fury decks and stuff like that, I just haven't been doing it. So a lot of people have been using the Sera list to hit infinite this season, and I'll tell you, I've tried like a dozen of them, and similar issue to Enchantress, they just don't get the power out there, right? But I think Kitty Pryde is a great inclusion because she pairs so nicely with Angela and Bishop, all right? But yeah, so this list, it does have Arrow in it. Arrow, like, she's been semi-useful with it, but yeah, like mainly when you're playing against decks that have like that are playing big cards, like one card at a time, whether it's like some of those like ramp decks, like with Electro and Sandman and stuff like that, or against Shuri sometimes, depending on if they drop like a 5-drop and a 1-drop at the end and how they order it and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so first off, Kitty Pryde. Now, let me say this. Everybody, I know everybody's first question is, should I get this card? Should I get this card? I don't know what to tell you, all right? This is a great card. Like, economically speaking, the only cards worth 6,000 tokens are the ones that are never downgrading, because anything else you could just wait for it to either like be reduced in token price or get it for free when it goes to Series 3. Basically, you're just paying to get the card earlier. We content creators, we make an income from making videos and testing out these things, so it's a little bit different for us. But the reason I got Kitty Pryde, aside from content creation, is, and here's my philosophy about all new cards, right? 1, is it like a good card? Is it gonna help me rank up? But 2, is it fun? Is it a fun card? So my favorite card or deck archetype is bounce decks, okay? Kitty is perfect for it, okay? You can return this to your hand to gain +2 power. People are already making crazy decks and stuff like that, but is she worth 6,000 tokens? I don't know. Like, if you like it, if it brings you joy, like, go for it, do your thing, all right? I got it because I love bounce decks. Hitmonkey's coming out this next season. It's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait. But also, know this, there are quite a few bugs right now with this card, okay? So one of the reasons I use this deck instead of like a bounce deck is because right now, Kitty Pryde is bugged where she's not working properly with Beast or Collector, and I think there's one more. There's one more issue out there that they're working on fixing. So just know that. She will be better when they get that fixed. Glenn from Second Dinner was tweeting about this yesterday. I asked him if they had a timeline. He said no, so I don't know when that'll be fixed, but in a shell like this, very good. So yeah, we'll jump into some games, but basically you have a lot of control, and with all the Sera lists I've seen, like my girl Enchantress, she gets done so dirty. She is like an afterthought, and it sucks. Like, I know Shang-Chi is like amazing, phenomenal, especially when he's looking inked like that, right? But Enchantress is so good and so useful. Like, you need these counter cards, and Enchantress, like especially since so many people are using like Patriot decks lately, but it goes up against like, if you face like a Null in a Destroy list or a Galactus list, like you need something to take down those ongoing cards. And especially since Enchantress isn't utilized as much, oh my God, the cubes you will get from using Enchantress is mind-blowing, because people will look at their board and they're like they'll have like Iron Man and Mystique or whatever, and they're like, why did this person snap me? They're not gonna do anything. Snap back. And you drop an Enchantress and they're like, what is happening? So yeah, I'm really glad this list has like Killmonger, Shang-Chi, Enchantress. Those are the things you need. Then we're gonna be building up power on our Bishop and our Angela. Scarlet Witch, I'm a Scarlet Witch hater, but the game that I actually won that got me to Infinite was against a Mr. Negative deck that dropped a magic. So I snapped them back because they literally played nothing on the board. They played Mr. Negative on turn 4. They played Magic on turn 5. I was like, all right, you're done. So yeah, so that's how I won. But 90% of the time, Scarlet Witch hates me and she gives me a terrible location. Like, what was it, like yesterday, she like turned the location into TVA and I just lost. But anyways, so we're gonna be building up power. Mysterio pairs greatly with Bishop as well. Hopefully we get Sera down at the end, but you'll kind of see what we could do. Like Kitty Pryde and Angela is just nasty, all right? Still trying to figure her out and everything like that. There's a lot of like decisions you have to make, and you'll see that. I'll kind of talk through it in the gameplay, because Kitty Pryde, even though she's bouncing back and forth until they fix Beast, she is one energy. So you kind of gotta plan a few moves ahead, see where you wanna go, look at your hand and stuff like that. All right, so anyways, and by the way, I just realized the deck list. I'm gonna change the deck list as we jump into some games. But yeah, you'll see, that's the bounce list I was messing around with. Wasn't that good. But anyways, let's jump into some games. All right, so the first game we jumped in, like the very first location was Weird World, so we edited that out. And by the way, if you're new here, I just play straight through. I show you the losses so you could see like what can go wrong with certain decks and stuff like that. So, but that one I cut out because Weird World, you're not seeing anything with the deck from that. All right, no Kitty, first hand. All right, we're good. Let's see, do a little Thanos check. But yeah, the other thing too about Enchantress. Enchantress is another card that can help you counter Shuri decks. Like, there's been a rise in Valkyrie usage, which is great because a lot of people don't expect it, but Enchantress too. Like, on the final turn, when you have Sera out there and you could drop Enchantress and Shang-Chi, like underneath the armor, they ain't expected it. They're not expecting it. All right. Let's get Lizard out there, get some prio. And also, so this season too, like a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, there's Weird World again. Whatever, we're leaving it in. Here, how about that? There we go. But a lot of people have been showing like multiple decks they've been using and stuff like that. I've used so many because, yeah, like this season, I said I wasn't gonna, try so hard. I was gonna take it a little bit easier and stuff. And I wanted to experiment with decks. I wanted to experiment with snapping a little bit more aggressively and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I did. So I tried so many decks, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's a couple decks that I use. Like, I used dozens and dozens and dozens. I was testing a lot, just trying to see how they worked. So let's see. So yeah, this is one of those cases like I'm not gonna drop Kitty Pryde right here because I have Sera, So on this next one, I can do, yeah, I'm not even gonna Like Kitty Pryde won't even have any power. Oh, by the way, so Kitty Pryde doesn't get affected by wave if she's out on the board. So that's pretty cool. So like if she was out on the board and I pulled her back, she would not be affected by that. So yeah, I don't know if we win this one. We have 7 here. I'll add 2 to it. If I blow up my Nova. So that's not enough. Because I'd have to kill my Sunspot. Yeah, we're in a bad place. We're in a bad place. And Kitty, you don't do anything. You don't do anything, Kitty. Boop, boop, boop. Just doing one little last scan. Because they're probably gonna drop like I'm guessing a She-Hulk and a Dr. Doom. You know what I mean? So we'll just skedaddle. We'll just skedaddle right out of that one. But yeah, just a little advice too. Like I know a lot of people like going back to that conversation about here's the decks that I use, right? Like people just stick with a few decks. This season, I really wanted to test out too, like experimenting decks and still ranking up, you know what I mean? And I wasn't even like trying like super hard. Like I was playing casually, I was taking a lot of breaks, I was testing snap strategies and all that stuff. And something I learned is that you play so many games, like don't get me wrong, there's something to be said about getting used to your deck. But what I learned was don't be worried about experimenting with decks. Like you play so many games, you're gonna make those cubes up. You're going to do it. Even if you're using the best decks, you're gonna lose sometimes. So you might as well experiment with some decks, see if you like different play styles, tweak your decks, stuff like that. Okay, so here, this is one of those decisions, right? So I have 2 2-cost cards, but then I also have Kitty. So I'm gonna opt to use Kitty. I might just Scarlet Witch on here next, depending on what I draw. But yeah, I'm gonna take the power here. Bar with no name. Okay, so I do want to get debris out there to mess with their dude. Okay, so now we're kind of in a similar situation, right? Yeah, we'll just keep pumping Kitty. Like we really need, I'll do this because they're probably not gonna play here, you know? But yeah, we need like a Bishop, like you really need like a Bishop or Angela. Like that's what I'm talking about with like these decks, they don't have too much power. Like, you need like the Bishops and the Angela. Same thing with bounce decks. Like you need some stuff that's gonna like get buff. Okay, this is nice. Not nice right now, but. So look, we're gonna clog them up right here. Thank you. Oh, hey Enchantress. How you doing? How do I want to do this? So here's what we'll do. So always remember, drop your Killmonger before the Kitty. You don't want to blow her up. Ooh, nice try. They might retreat, not sure. So look at this, look at Kitty. We've had her since turn 1. It's getting buff. So they were in trouble. They were in trouble. They didn't even know the Enchantress was coming either, but they were in trouble. But yeah, so right there, without Sera, that's a tricky move, right? Because Kitty's 1, and then I can only drop one of these, or I could have done Arrow. You know what I mean? But yeah, ideally, you want Angela, Bishop, Sera, and Kitty. Right there, you're golden. You're golden, baby. All right, let's play 1 or 2 more. So another thing I learned through this season of like aggressive snapping and stuff like that, like I'm trying to get more into the poker mindset, right? I don't know what it is. I think I've mentioned this in a video before, but there's something about like losing ranks and then losing in poker. Like poker's like real money, and I'll bet to push people out, to not give them the opportunity, because that's the idea in poker, right? You don't want to let people sit in there in a hand with like really crappy cards, and then just something random really helps them out. You want to go in there and say like, I have something good, and if you want to see the following cards, it's gonna cost you, right? But there's just something different about Marvel Snap, and I'm just trying to figure out like the psychology behind it, because it messes me up. But anyways, what I learned was, even with aggressive snapping, like, it's almost like playing poker with somebody who just has a crap ton of money, right? Like people stay in even though they have junk and just say, hey, well, let's see what happens, you know? Because I have snapped with just the most amazing hands and just lost so many times, right? So it still has me kind of like analyzing what good snapping strategies are, you know what I mean? But I do think it is good, like after you see at least 2 locations to get kind of aggressive, like right here, I wouldn't. And the reason I bring that up too is like the last game, I would have snapped if I wasn't infinite, but now I'm not gonna like take cubes from people and stuff like that. If the other person's infinite, if they're being a jerk, maybe I will. Okay, so here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop my boy Bishop right here. Look, I got him inkified last night. I'm gonna drop Bishop right here on negative zone, because I think I can pump him up enough where this is not gonna matter. So we'll do this, and we'll do this, and then we might need the arrow. Oh, Sandman is our kryptonite. Yeah, so this is like one of those matchups where it's just terrible. So I'm probably gonna retreat in just a second. So right now I'm just trying to get power on the board. Ooh, so sorry. See, arrow's still decent. Let's see if they drop a Dr. Doom. They're gonna have 9, 18, and then they'll have, what is that, 2 over here? So I'll beat him over here. Then I could beat him by just getting 4 power over here. But Magneto has been something a lot of people have been using. So let's see, if they put 12 here, it'll pull Bishop, then I'll still win over here because I'll have 1. But if they drop Magneto over here, my math is terrible, by the way. It's so slow at math. So if they drop Magneto over here, it won't pull anything, and I'll need, there's just a lot. I don't have enough power. Just retreat. If you're playing a Sera list, just retreat against these Sandman decks. So yeah, we'll do one more quick one, and I'll just talk as I load this up. But I've heard some people say like Hitmonkey's not gonna be that great next season because a lot of people are just gonna be running like Sandman decks and stuff. I disagree, and here's why. A lot of people love playing the season pass cards. So I don't think a lot of people will be countering the season pass cards, right? Like I was very surprised at how much Nimrod was played this season while everybody was running around saying like, oh, Thanos and Shuri are the only decks, right? There was so much Nimrod this season that I think Hitmonkey is gonna get a decent amount of play. So while people are playing Hitmonkey, they're not gonna be playing Sandman. Will we see Sandman? Absolutely. But I think the majority of people enjoy brand new cards, experimenting with them and stuff like that. So you will see some Sandman, but I don't think you're gonna see it so often that you're just gonna like toss Hitmonkey into a drawer because like I said, that's exactly what people thought with Nimrod, and that just wasn't the case. All right, so we'll save you. Now it's just like Angela. When I have Angela and Bishop, that's when I'm like on the fence, right? Like, do I wanna drop Angela? Then do I wanna drop Bishop? Because then she's gonna be sitting at 0 because I don't like dropping Bishop on the Angela lane, you know what I mean? So I think for now, I'm just gonna go with Lizard. I'm a bigger fan of like Bishop. Speaking of, is this a Shuri deck? But Angela, I used to use Angela, so the original Enchantress deck had Angela, and I just wasn't a major fan of it. But now Angela, she's my boo again, and I'm glad too, because I like I like this little chibi, you know what I mean? So Bishop, he gets buffed, for those of you who don't know, he gets buffed 3 times by Mysterio. That's why they are just amazing together. Amazing. So this is looking more like a, maybe a Sauron list? Okay, so we can combat with some power. So I'm working with 4 power here. See, this might not be a kitty game. I really need Sera though, really need Sera. My concern right now, by the way, is Strange Academy, because when I drop Mysterio, it's gonna clog something up, you know what I mean? Let's do this and save Mysterio for a little surprise at the end. Oh my God. You never know when they're gonna drop the Cosmo. Whatever. Like that wasn't like a big like play that I needed. Okay, so check this out. 3, 2. Let's do this. Check this out. We'll do this before their Cosmo moves. Oh, this is gonna scare him a little bit, huh? Ooh! Uh-oh! So yeah, when you have Angela, like if you like start out with like Kitty Pryde and Angela, it's nasty. This is pretty decent. I think we win this. I think we win this. In another scenario, oh yeah, for sure. I would snap this because we're about to do this. See, I'm not even gonna drop Kitty here. Let's do this. So we're about to take away 12 power over here. So let's spread this out a little bit. I'm guessing they're gonna put it right here, right? Yeah, I'm like 99% sure we win. Sorry. And that's why you have Enchantress, baby, too. Like, look, now I'm able to take out their sunspot too. Get out of here. Get out of here. She ain't flying nowhere. Captain Marvel, where are you flying? Where are you flying to? Nowhere. They really need to fix that, right? Because it gives you such like a false sense of like, oh, she's moving. I actually won. I thought I miscounted, but she's actually moving. No, she just does a little U-turn, lands right back where she started. All right, everybody, so that is the Katantris deck. All right, you got to see a little bit of the play. You didn't even get to see like the full potential of it. Like when you have Angela and Kitty out there and you're just dropping Kitty, just boom, boom. Like it is bonkers. Like Angela gets super big. You do got to worry a little bit about Shang-Chi because she does get big. There is a lot of strategy. Like I will say this, like Kitty is not just some card that you can just go out there and go all willy-nilly. Like you have to think and plan ahead. You have to look at, you know, like how big is Angela getting? How big is Bishop getting? How big is Kitty getting? And then you also have to worry about priority and things like that because Kitty is a 1-cost and a lot of people are running Killmonger lately to deal with Thanos decks and stuff like that. They're also decent against like junk decks that are like tossing rocks and everything. So you do have to be mindful of it. Again, like 6,000 tokens, if you think it'll be fun. I think it's a fun card because it fits into the bounce archetype. Again, right now, the card is not interacting properly with other cards like Bishop, not Bishop, but like Beast and like Collector. So this card is going to get even more powerful very, like, I don't want to say very soon because we don't know when it's coming. But anyway, so yeah, like totally up to you if you think it's worth 6,000 tokens. I don't think this is like a make or break card, but she is fun and it is a great like low cost card that you can use. All right, but anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and when you're subscribed, you can also enter our monthly giveaway, okay? I give away 3 free season passes, but you gotta be subscribed and you gotta follow me on Twitter. That's linked down in the description below. Next month is Hit Monkey, starts next week, so I'll probably announce the giveaway this weekend, all right? So anyways, that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.